Alissa, you open the door in front of you and step forward into the living room of your apartment. Augie and Laz run to greet you, their tails wagging with joyous anticipation. Michael sits on the couch, beckoning you to join him. That feeling of complete and unbridled euphoria continues to radiate out from your core, causing the warm and fuzzies to shoot into your fingertips and into your toes. Mike, being the caring husband that he is, offers you a cup of freshly brewed Earl Grey.
Oh, here you go, babe.
Mike, how did I get here? How did I get home?
You drove home from the office like you always do. What's wrong with you? You seem like something's off.
I don't know. I've just been having this killer headache.
Here, come here. Sit down.
Okay.
I'm just pulling up the old BBC. I was thinking maybe we could watch some Doctor Who.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So how was work today?
I mean, I guess okay.
Feeling a little bit foggy?
Yeah.
That's okay. Must have been a long day.
Yeah, I guess. But I'm glad I'm here with you.
Yeah, everything's okay. You just leave it all at the door, right?
Yeah.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Mike hands you your cup of tea, steam still dancing upon the surface as you raise it to your lips. But before you take a drink, you catch an image reflecting up from the amber liquid. It's a unicorn. Bubblegum pink with a mane like a multicolored swirl of lavender, teal, and white. The horn upon its forehead catches light from an unknown source and shines like a diamond. It opens up its mouth, but instead of the expected horse's neigh, a voice shakes inside your head. Girl, this isn't real. You should totally just, wake up, Alissa. Girl, I command you to wake up. You blink hard, willing the voice from your head. When you open your eyes, there's nothing but a cup of tea staring back at you. Mike asks,
Honey, is everything okay?
You turn and face your husband, prepared to speak, but watch. His skin begins to take on a sickly green hue. His hair falls out in clumps, and what is left behind becomes long, white, and unkempt. You now find yourself face to face with the hag. She opens her mouth, revealing a row of yellow and rotted teeth. She screams,
You're going to die here.
Suddenly, a sharp pain can be felt in your abdomen. You look down and see a knife carved of bone sticking from your stomach, a pool of crimson beginning to form. In that same instant, the world goes dark. You find yourself back in the coffin, buried alive. The euphoria is gone, and you begin to scream.
Begin transmission. This is Dungeon Radio Hour.
Hello, and welcome, adventurers, to Dungeon Radio Hour, an actual play TTRPG comedy improv podcast where we are overprepared and underconfident. No, wait, that's wrong. Overconfident and underprepared. As always, I'm your host, Dalton Rusher-Riddle, joined once again by my ragtag band of would-be heroes. Introduce yourself, heroes.
I'm Michael Adair.
I'm Alissa Adair.
And I'm Andrew Gerline.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
How's it going?
Do you notice anything different about me?
You got a haircut?
Anything about my glow?
Yeah, you're a little pasty.
No, I'm sun-kissed from the beautiful suns of Hawaii.
There's multiple suns in Hawaii?
There's multiple.
Can
Whoa.
confirm.
From the beautiful Hawaii sun.
And you didn't get a tan from a single one of them.
I am sun-kissed, like the soda. I have, some would say, a beautiful glow. I wasn't going for tan. I was going for just a hint.
For just a hint.
A hint of
because
sun.
I was not about to have our vacation ruined by a sunburn. I've had that happen too many times on vacations.
It's true.
Mike and I are pasty white. We were sunblocking up every few hours.
We remain pasty white.
And we remain pasty white.
We
But
were
better
vigilant.
than being in pain.
For our audience at home, Mike and Alyssa have went from a pasty white to an underdeveloped beige.
I'd say eggshell white at this point.
Ooh,
Thank
eggshell.
you.
It's got a little bit of like a pale vanilla.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We worked hard on
No,
it.
you're welcome. Enjoy.
Aloha and mahalo to you. So thank you very much.
Yeah, did you learn any Hawaiian while you were in Hawaii?
We did.
Those 2 words. And that's it.
Those were 2 of them. What else did we learn?
What do they mean?
Aloha means hello, goodbye, and I love you.
Yeah.
And mahalo means thank you. We also learned malasada, which means
Tasty donut.
sweet donut of the islands. And we learned the words garlic shrimp, which means delicious.
But when I say hello to people and goodbye to people, I don't always love them also. So why would they have the same word? 2 of them mean the opposite thing.
Well, maybe the Hawaiian people are a more generous and loving people than you.
But if I want someone to go away from me, I tell them mahalo, which means goodbye.
It doesn't.
I don't want them to get confused and say, "Oh, hello, stay another 2 hours." Well, I love you too. I just think I don't know. I'd be confused.
It's all in the
And
inflection.
that's why I don't go to Hawaii.
And that's why.
Not because I can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, as great as it was, there were also moments that were a bit of a hot mess. My phone decided to just give me the black screen of death halfway through.
Oh, no.
And so I had to go and spend like a whole evening getting it fixed and paying probably way too much money for it.
Of course.
Accidentally flashed a window washer. And also we may have dented our rental car. But shush, don't tell them.
Oh, good.
Those are all true things.
They allegedly dented the rental car.
We were pulling out of a fast food area, which was very cute. It was near the area where my phone was getting fixed. And even though we just backed into like some dumpster because we were too overconfident, we still panicked and like tried to drive away so quickly because we were so embarrassed if anyone saw us. But then we started realizing the way we were trying to escape was
just more food trucks.
was just more food trucks.
It was just more
good.
food trucks.
Oh, good.
And I was like, are we gonna have to do this weird like 18-point turn and go back the way we came and do this like walk on equivalent of a walk
Did
of
you?
shame? No, thank God some people actually moved out of the way for us. And I was like, thank you. You understand that we are embarrassed. Just drove away.
Here's the thing.
Thank you.
I was backing up, and I think what having a modern car has done to my brain is I was waiting for a beep from the sensor
Yeah.
to tell me if I was close to things. And instead of turning my head and looking, I was just waiting for that beep, which tells me that I'd probably do that a lot.
Yeah.
Just wait for the beep, and that trains my brain.
So you have to open your eyes. Like that is the beep that you
Yeah.
should be using
Right.
most. Is your
And
eyeballs.
Yes.
you should
Yeah.
also be using your mirrors and not a beep. Do not rely on the sound emitting from your car.
That's fair.
Yes.
Was there a backup cam?
Yes.
Oh
there
my
was.
God, no.
There was a backup cam.
There was a backup cam.
But what he's saying is his current car, his real car here at home, does not have a backup cam and instead has a beeping that warns
But
you.
still, the fact that he had a backup camera in this car that he
Yes.
Didn't look
backed
at it.
into,
Backed up blind. Waited for
you
a
have
beep.
no excuse.
This is why when you hear stories of people who like commit crimes and then get caught so easily, and you go, how did they ever get caught so easily? Why did they make so many dumb mistakes? Panic. Panic is the answer. I realized in so many scenarios during this holiday, if something went wrong, my brain just went panic.
As it should on a vacation.
Do you hear that, all of you criminals listening in your prison cells across the country? The reason you're there is because of panic.
Yeah.
Number
Right.
one podcast in prison from 1996 to 1999. Back
I'm
to
going-
TV in prison.
I'm going to have to fact check all of this because I just don't think that's accurate.
We
It
don't need to
doesn't
be
sound right.
we don't need to Google things when we're hanging out with friends. We're all friends. We all trust each other with the facts that we present.
We don't.
We do.
No one
We
needs
don't.
to Google
Don't.
anything.
We don't.
The
I
facts are
question
unreliable.
everything that comes out of all of your mouths.
The narrators are unreliable.
Speaking of things that come out of people's mouths, somebody just had a birthday also.
Does that come out of your mouth? Birthdays? Do you
What
just...
what is wrong with you today? You used to be better at hosting than this.
No one comes out of a mouth, Dalton.
Andrew, happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Happy
It feels
birthday.
good. It feels old. Can I tell you guys
Mm-hmm.
what I got for my birthday?
Of course you can.
Ooh.
What did you get for your birthday?
I talked about this a bit on our Instagram story. My friend Mike. Mike,
Oh, boy.
chime in. Mike, are you
Yeah,
here
that's-
with us?
That's me. I'm
This
here.
one. This mic.
All right. Welcome to
talked
the
about
podcast,
Hawaii.
buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, cool. Michael Adair got me something that I've never had before. I don't have one of these. Now I have two.
Oh boy.
Saturday morning, I am getting ready to go to the gym, right? I get a knock at the door. My wife goes up and she looks through the little glass window and she goes, I think these are Mormons. And I'm not trying to offend any Mormons who might be listening. I lived in Utah. I'm basically an honorary Mormon.
Not how that works.
But listen, I said, thank you, gentlemen. Have a great day. Not interested. They stay. And they knock again. And it's like a beat. They're like it's like one of those hip, cool youth pastors, like trying to appeal to the young kids by listening to rap, you know?
Oh, love it.
So again, I say, not interested. Thank you. A little more passive aggressive. And then they say, I hear through the door, but sir, you called us over here. Now, what Mike didn't know is that we are actually waiting for our water company to send a person to come and fix our water shut off, right?
No.
And so we are expecting someone to show up any day now.
So you're like, these are just some weird plumbers.
I see them walking back down the stairs to the street, and I run out the door, and I go, guys, I'm so sorry. You guys are with the utility company. I thought you were Mormons.
But they were dressed in like a white shirt, black tie, classic Mormon.
He's like, these
No,
are
no.
well
yeah, they were
dressed
very
Mormons.
classy plumbers.
Dude, no, they had, okay, so they had like regular shirts. I think one of them did have the tie, but they had like blue like jackets, like they almost looked like police officers. One of them had a clipboard. They didn't look like Mormons. Again, honorary Mormon.
Interesting. Okay, go ahead.
I had to just stand there in my yard and make small talk to two young 20-year-old gentlemen who I just insulted to their face. And they told me that someone named Michael asked them to come to my house. And so I said, Mike, you son of a bitch. Did you just get me Mormons for my birthday?
I did.
And you can't like tell them. Like you can't just be like, oh no, my friend was pranking me. Like
No, but I didn't know that. I let them go. I told them, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm a jerk. I was having a moment in there. I'm happy to talk to you guys, but I'm not the guy. I'm not Michael. I'm not the
No.
guy you're looking for, so good luck. And I went inside, and leaning up against my door was an Amazon package. Mike, what was in that fucking Amazon package?
Your salvation. It was a CD, and it was songs from the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. And I thought you would enjoy
And
that.
that's
with your
when I
newfound
knew
faith.
it was you. That's when I knew it had to be you. And it was so it was the most perfect birthday present.
Well, I'm glad that you had a memorable birthday, Andrew. And we had a pretty memorable trip in Hawaii.
I highly recommend if you ever go to Hawaii, there's this place called the Shrimp Shack. Amazing food.
Ooh.
And then that's
What
more.
do they have there?
They got shrimp.
They have shrimp, and
Very cool.
it's delicious.
It's a bit more north of Waikiki. It's beautiful. It's just off the highway. And then literally across the street is the ocean. And they've set up like these old wooden table and chairs. So you can literally just sit there on the beach eating your food.
Ooh.
It's really good and delicious food. I got steak and shrimp, both cooked amazingly. Shrimp Shack. And then something that's more easy to find is the Kona coffee. Got that like almost every morning. There's a bunch of those shops around Honolulu. Kona coffee was great.
That sounds fancy.
You guys' coffee sounds good. I actually just started drinking coffee again because I got my heartburn under control. I've been
congrats.
enjoying. No, it's a real thing.
Hey,
Congratulations.
congrats.
Have you guys had Kyle Mitchell's coffee? Kyle Mitchell is a guy.
Kyle that we went to school with?
Yeah, for everyone we who doesn't know, Kyle Mitchell is our friend from college. He's there with us when we went to SEMO.
Yeah, no, actually, I actually have tried Kyle Mitchell's coffee. We got to see him when we were in Missouri for Christmas. My dad's a bit of like a coffee snob, to be honest. And so Kyle was really sweet. He actually gave us some to try. I believe it was the Colombian blend that he makes. and we really liked it. It's very light, and I will say my dad prefers more of a dark roast, but for a light roast, like, it was really good. I prefer light roasts, so I love it.
Okay, but did you know a light roast is actually more caffeine than a dark roast because the roasting process
Ooh.
kills off the caffeine?
Yeah, that
I
makes
did
sense.
not know
It's a
that.
fact.
That makes sense why I was so jazzed up that after that late night Christmas party that we had.
Yeah,
And it
we
was
were
so
jazzed.
late.
This is the weirdest way to say this.
I was so jazzed, though.
And you have
That
such
coffee
a dumb
made me
little
real
smile on
jazzed.
your
But I
face.
was-
Like,
I-
I'm so excited to say the word jazz.
I was jazzed.
Moral of the story: drink coffee, specifically our friend Kyle's.
Literally, check out Kyle's page. I believe it's at Coffee Artist in Residence is his Instagram handle. We'll make sure to share it onto our page so you can find out all about him. He has a lot of different options. I think he goes through different batches. I do recall him saying that there was one that he named after his car called the Vibe. I thought that was cute. So yeah, go check him out.
Mike and Andrew, both of you are in your respective grave plots, and all of a sudden you hear Alissa screaming for help.
Mike? Mike, are you
Andrew?
still here with me, buddy?
I'm still in
I'm
the grave.
still here. It's Alissa. Yeah. I scramble out.
I scramble out too.
I help you up.
Thank you.
Alyssa's in there, dude.
I can hear her. Hold on.
You gotta dig, buddy.
I get on my knees and
dig.
I start clawing out fistfuls of dirt and then just chucking it over my shoulder and just scrambling to get to the coffin as quickly as possible. I dig to Alissa.
You do so. Both of you give me athletics checks.
5.
Oh,
9.
Oh
Wow,
boy. So,
I'm stuck.
Oh,
forever.
luck feet. 18.
okay, cool. So, with an 18 and a 5, it is enough that you are able to move the dirt from atop Alyssa's coffin fairly quickly. Within about 30 minutes or so, you've been able to dig your way down, and all of a sudden you hear a thud as your hands smack hard into the wood on top of her casket.
Are you okay?
Okay, Mike.
I'm here, Alissa. We're here.
Before we need to make sure it's her and not like a succubus, right?
She went into the coffin. Succubus can't. I don't think Succubus is gonna come out if she went in. I don't think that's how succubi
I've
work.
seen Pet Cemetery. I don't know how. I know the band Incubus,
Yeah.
which is not the same word for the record. Okay, let's do it.
All right, I crack open the coffin and I let Alissa out.
Cool. So as you go to grab onto the lid of the coffin and start to pull out Alissa, at the same time you are pushing up. And with that pull and push happening simultaneously, the lid to that coffin flies open and you see Alissa lying there in this wooden box. She's panicked, her hair is disheveled, she's starting to sweat, and you notice on her stomach, her abdomen area, there is a red stain.
Guys,
Alyssa? Alyssa?
it was all
you
a
okay?
dream.
Wait.
It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
Alyssa, are you okay? Alyssa.
It wasn't a dream. We're really here, Alyssa. We're here in the cemetery.
No, I saw
We thought you died. We thought you like jumped into the abyss.
I saw my apartment. I saw Mike. Everything looked so fine and normal, and then it wasn't. And then I was back here, and then it was dark.
All right.
But I'm back. I'm back.
All right. Come up on the surface. Let's get you up here. Dust
Yeah.
you off.
I mean, we fully expected all three of us to die.
To be honest, I thought we were gonna die, and then I thought that my theory of we'll wake up in the real world, I thought that was gonna happen. I've been thinking I've been right this whole time. I know you
What?
guys say it's real world, but guys, I don't know. I guess we're not dead, and Alyssa's alive. Where were you? I mean, you said you were in your apartment.
The moment that the coffin closed on me, I just woke up in my apartment, and Mike was there, and my dogs were there, and everything was like too picture perfect. Mike was making me tea. He never makes me tea.
I've made you tea before.
Never makes me tea.
Oh, Mike was awake in the dream? No. Yeah, that's absolutely unrealistic.
And then I could hear a voice telling me to wake up, but I don't remember who did. I don't know, guys. All I know is I feel better, like my headache's gone. But now I have this giant gash in my stomach.
So, Alissa, as you say giant gash in your stomach, you look down and there is a hole in your armor. There is a red stain that has been soaked through, but there is no actual wound.
What?
Oh no.
Huh. I mean, I had a wound. It was there.
I mean,
Didn't you break your fingers?
Yeah. No, I bend them.
How are your fingies doing?
My fingies are great. Everything's back to normal.
Well, maybe none of that actually happened then. I mean,
Well, I remember it,
I
dude.
felt
I mean,
it.
I remember seeing it, but
Okay, so it happened, but maybe maybe the casket healed her up, right? I mean, you've got this rainbow guardian, whatever, right, Alyssa? I mean, okay, hear me out. Maybe when you went into the casket, maybe you did die, and maybe your god thing gave you a second chance. Maybe it took you to a perfect world where you were at your apartment, your dogs, Mike, but it gave you a second chance and it healed your wounds before it sent you back to us.
You think I died for a couple seconds?
That's the smartest thing I've ever said, guys.
Honestly.
was pretty
I bet that's what
coherent.
happened. Alyssa?
I mean, they say your life flashes before your eyes, like what you just said. Exactly, that's exactly what happened. I mean, I don't know, but all I can say is the witch
Well,
seems.
this isn't normal.
The witch has power. Like that wasn't just an illusion. That was real pain. Those were real broken bones. That was a real
No, it was real.
wound.
Absolutely. And I believe you. Okay. You're okay. You're back.
Yeah.
Now I think we need to try to find a way out again.
You hear a loud metallic creak, and as you turn to face the direction that the noise is coming from, you see that the gates of the cemetery have once again reappeared and have now swung open, revealing the swamp and bog on the other side.
Okay, last time we went through that door,
Mm-hmm.
your fingers got broken. You got dragged back into the cemetery. I don't trust doors right now. I say we climb the fence if we're going to go out.
Let's do it. Well, I will say it's different because before I had this headache when I'd get close to the door. You know, my body didn't want to leave.
Okay.
well, try to leave the door now.
Yeah, I walked towards it.
Yeah, I approached the door.
Okay, so you all approach the door without stepping over the threshold, and as the three of you, or two of you, Mike, if you're following the three of you, stand there at the edge, the precipice, if you will, you sense nothing.
I feel fine,
Oh,
guys. This is different. I think we're okay.
But what is this place, right? We were trying to find the witch. We found this cemetery. We don't want to go back to the swamp.
It's cursed. It's a cursed graveyard in the middle of a swamp.
So we leave and we're done with it?
I'm done.
Okay.
I mean,
There's no consequences? We're done
we
with it?
explored
I
it.
guess no consequences. It seems like terrible things happen to us. And somehow it always
Mostly
works out.
Alyssa.
Yeah, mostly
your
Alyssa.
wife.
Mostly me.
Which I don't like. I wish they happened to
I
me
don't like it
instead.
either. I get upset.
These are all, like I said before, she's messing with us. We hung out with Tree Dude. You had a vision of your jaw being ripped off or cut off. I just had this vision and I had this weird curse on me. We both felt the pain, but then it just went away. She's just messing with us. I think she just wants us to
So
scare.
she's like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, she wants to scare us away.
She can't rip all of our fingers off together. Maybe one or two of our hands.
I don't know.
So we all link arms. We go through the gate at the same time,
Let's do it.
right?
Yellow Brick Road it. Arm in arm.
All right.
Arm in arm.
Perfect. So you continue to head west, which was the direction that you were going when you first left the tree and first left Sturgis Company. And you walked and you walked and you found the graveyard. So you continue to head west again. And you've been walking for a couple of hours as you make your way through the swamp and the bog. And the fog itself seems to get heavier and thicker. And somebody give me a perception
I
check.
have high perception.
We all do.
But I rolled a 9.
Yeah, well, I rolled, if I can find my perception, a 24.
Okay, cool. So, Alyssa, even though Andrew does have the highest passive perception, the fog is kind of messing with his senses. You notice a tree that you've passed already, and the reason why it sticks out to you this time is because you've passed it at least 3 times already. And you get this unsettling feeling that even though you've been walking straight in a westerly direction for the last several hours, you've been making laps.
Ugh. Guys, we're going in circles.
What?
We're going in circles. You look at that tree. You see how it looks like a giant, like trying to reach out and grab a little baby? Like the shape of it?
Yeah.
See
No,
that?
no, I see
Yeah.
a professional wrestler trying to reach out and grab a little baby.
Well, whatever giant creature.
Oh, this is like the
What
cloud
I see
game.
is
What do you see?
a carving that says Mike, Alyssa, and Andrew were here.
I put
And
that there.
we didn't just write that, so you're right, Alyssa. We must have walked by this tree before.
That too, I forgot that he paused when he was peeing to
I
do
did
that.
do that. It's the same tree. So what do? I mean, this is one of those David Bowie labyrinth situations, right? We keep walking and walking and walking to no avail. We're here. We're here in the same spot.
Yeah.
What did they do in labyrinth?
I have an idea.
They danced with a baby. If we have a baby.
Pause on the baby idea, Andrew.
Guys, we need to stop walking in a circle. That's my suggestion. Go straight. Everyone walk as straight as you possibly can.
Let's walk straight.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Straightest path.
Yes.
Give me a marching order for walking in a single file line.
I'll go straight. I'll go forward because Alyssa needs to stop dying.
Yeah, I'm gonna go solid
Okay.
middle.
I'm in the
Okay.
but I'm more middle than Alyssa, so you would say that Alyssa's at the end.
I'm forward middle.
I am forward, so now
Guys.
I'm at the beginning.
Guys,
All right, I'm in the back. Whatever, dude. I'm leading the back.
you guys can
Whatever.
walk together. Just follow me.
No.
Okay.
We need a straight marching order and a line.
So you continue going forward in a straight line. Andrew, you're in the lead, and you've been going for about 30 minutes or so, and you can tell that the sun is starting to set. The natural light is starting to fade. It's getting darker, and the fog seems to be letting up just a little bit, enough that, Andrew, you notice another tree, but this time it's a large overturned tree, about 12 feet in width, about 15 feet in height, and there's a small faint glow coming from inside the hollowed out log.
Wait a second. Is this, guys? Is this is blue guy tree?
I call
Right?
out Sturge. Sturge, you there?
Sturge.
I was wondering when I would see you again.
Ooh, still so creepy.
I don't know what just happened. We just walked in a giant circle and came back to you.
The tricks of the swamp continue to be played. The more and more you search for her, the longer you continue to breathe.
Wait, so if we do search for her, we stay alive?
Okay, yeah, we search for her, we stay alive.
Because you haven't found her yet, so you still have your lives. Maybe the way I said that was confusing.
Yeah, I gotta say, Sturge, I thought you were gonna go back. I thought you were gonna address the thing that we said, where we're not gaining any ground, we're not finding ourselves. It's like a magical loop sort of situation. But you sort of gave us an ominous warning, but it was confusing. Like, the more you search for her, the longer you continue to be. So you did that thing, and that threw me off. I gotta say, it was ominous, but it threw me off. Right?
No, I'm
Okay,
feeling.
anyway,
I'm
so-
feeling you, Sturge.
I'm sorry.
Sturge, can we stay the night again?
Oh, no,
No, we're not
Hold on,
just
we
gonna. No, we're not gonna camp out where it's safe.
It's not a slumber party. All right, Sturge. What you're saying is, if we continue looking, we're never gonna find her. So, we need to bring this bitch to us, guys.
Yes. Yes.
And then we die.
That's actually not what I said.
If that's not what you were saying to draw her to us, what were you saying? Please, we need all the advice we can get, Sturge.
Enlighten us.
I was simply saying that the longer it takes for you to find her, the longer you may keep your lives.
So you're saying we have no chance of killing her?
Precisely.
But I think Andrew makes a good point. Sturge, gotta say you're being a little bit of a wet blanket. We're about positivity. We can do it as long as we believe. You're kind of like status quo. We want to keep the swamp cursed because there's no hope. We don't really believe that kind of shit. So, no offense. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up with a plan based on what Andrew said. Brilliant idea. Bring the witch to us. What do witches like? Witches like, from we know from 90s movies, rituals, blood, goats,
Little children.
little children.
Rituals.
Maybe the witch will come to us. What do you think?
I love it. It's a great idea.
Thank you, bud.
Sturge, I mean, do you think we can lure her somewhere?
As you ask Sturge this question, you glance up at this blue giant creature, and you see that his eyes kind of float up towards the sky, and they come back down and they rest on the three of you. The moon is getting higher in the sky. Please join me inside my tree. It's not safe to be out here this late at night.
You're right.
I mean, I agree. It does seem to be a step backward, but I agree. We should find shelter.
Yeah, we can't be going around at night. Who knows what else is in this
Guys,
swamp,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of worried that we're like trapped in the swamp, like some sort of time suck, you know? Like all of a sudden we're staying with Sturge again. No offense, Sturge. Appreciate the invite, but we're staying with Sturge again. We were going in circles.
It's great lodging, Sturge, and we do like, we appreciate that.
We appreciate it. It's just not what we expected. We had hoped to make some progress today.
Apologies are not necessary. Please, join me at my table.
All right.
I have prepared a feast. Sturge leads you over to his table, and you guys are going to have to probably work together in order to get up into the chairs, seeing as Sturge is 11 feet tall, so the chairs themselves are fairly large. And on his roughly carved wooden table is several of the foods that Alissa made with her create food and water just the night before with her spell. So Sturge invites all of you to sit at his table and partake in this meal.
And now what? Wait, what's that? An incoming transmission from a strange new world. From planet Earth. This transmission comes from a real-life sponsor.
A hard-fought battle today.
Oh yes, my steel hasn't tasted blood like that in ages.
The screams I fear will haunt my dreams tonight.
Oh yes, a good fought one she was. But my body is racked from the cold winds, and the stench of the bodies plagues me so.
Care for some oolong tea?
Ah yes, that would be lovely.
And maybe we'll light a little candle.
Ooh, a scented candle?
Yes. Firelight Fables has carefully curated scented candles fit for any warrior after a fierce battle.
A scented candle does calm me so.
And they're crafted with non-toxic fragrances like essential oils and a natural coconut apricot wax, which means they're soy-free.
A healthy alternative.
Made by a true dungeon master for all who love battling like us.
One would almost say they whisk you away to a magical world built with high fantasy.
And listen to that woodwick crackle.
This tea is delicious.
Visit firelightfables.com today and treat your nose to something magical.
Now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
So Sturge invites all of you to sit at his table and partake in this meal.
Okay, so how do we want to do this? Alissa, you stand on my back, and then you can maybe hop up, or is that?
I don't want to get hurt.
These chairs are what? About our size? Like 5-6 feet tall? So yeah, just alley-oop me.
Okay. All right.
Sturge, this is a little
Making a
embarrassing.
pocket. Making a pocket.
Okay.
Step into the pocket.
1, 2, 3,
And
jump.
that's pretty good. You got it?
Mike and Alissa, give me athletics checks.
There we go. And
10.
oh, I got a 17.
Mike, you have enough strength and momentum to be able to hoist Alissa up to the edge of the seat of the chair. Alissa, however, you do not have enough upper body strength to pull yourself all the way
That checks
onto
out.
the chair. However,
this?
as you begin to struggle, Sturge comes by. Here, little ones, allow me to help. And picks all three of you up by the neck of your armor and sits you down
you.
into a chair.
I start noshing on this delicious,
Homage.
ethereal food that Alyssa
Yeah,
prepared and Sturge took
there's
credit for.
venison and fish and bread and wine and water and vegetables and fruit. Anything that you could possibly imagine within a fantasy setting is there.
Zebra cakes?
Sure.
Name
you know
brand?
what? Why not? Name brand zebra cakes.
Guys,
Wow.
this is a double stuffed hot pocket. Look at this.
Thank you, Sturge. Thanks again for inviting us here, friend. I wanted to propose something to you, friend. We've known you now for 2 days. You said your brother was killed, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, in that battle with the hag, and you've been hiding out in a tree, right? How many years ago was that battle?
As I said yesterday, time here holds no meaning.
But you know what yesterday means. Okay.
He's got you there, Sturge. He's got you dead to rights there, bud. I mean, you at least kind of have to like ballpark it for us now.
You admitted that time has some sense.
I get that it's gonna be kind of slippery. You've been inside for a while, but day and night. I mean, you do know yesterday, so
It's been longer than yesterday, I can assure you.
There we go.
Sounds like a long time. Sturge, I hate to... I don't mean this to sound rude, but is this really the rest of your life, hiding in a tree from the hag who killed your brother? I mean, no offense, but the three of us, tiny, puny humans, basically just risked our lives to find her. And we want to go back out tomorrow morning and find her again.
yeah, we want to get justice for your brother, Sturge. We want you to not live in fear in the tree anymore. You can live in the tree, but we want it to be your choice to live in the tree, if that makes sense.
Living in the tree aside, Sturge, what I'm really asking is, why don't you climb on out of this tree tomorrow morning with us? We need your big blue strength. You know the way. You know the witch. She knows you. You've got a bone to pick. There's a lot going on, right? This is the sequel, Sturge.
Andrew and Mike, give me, whoever wants to do it, a persuasion roll with advantage.
19.
Your words, little ones, have stirred something in me I have not felt.
Use that.
I will pledge my... And as he begins to say the word my, he freezes. Mid-sentence, mid-word.
Sturge.
Sturge?
Buddy?
Hey.
You were just about to sign on the dotted line, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on.
As he freezes, you notice that the campfire has also stopped flickering, and it is frozen, almost as if it were a picture.
Nah, I don't like it.
Then,
Okay, this has been great, Sturge. Mikey want downy. You know what? I got it myself. We're gonna go ahead and get down. Here we go. Getting down. Oh, okay.
as the three of you begin to wonder what has happened and try to find the source, you hear a voice or voices coming from outside the tree.
Okay.
When the moon comes out, there's a shift in the air, a bone-trembling chill that tells you she's there. There are those who believe that the whole town was cursed, but the house in the swamp was by far the worst.
No solicitors, please. No, thank you. We have no money. I think these are
I look
carolers.
around. Can I see? Is everyone else like awake and aware? Is time stopped? Is Sturge breathing? What's going on?
Everything seems to be frozen in place except for the three of you.
Oh God, guys.
She's coming.
Once again, that song, The Children from Outside, it's louder this time.
When the moon comes out, there's a shift in the air, a bone-trembling chill that tells you she's there. There are those who believe that the whole town was cursed, but the house in the swamp was by far the worst.
All right, Alyssa, also go downy, and I'm gonna hide under the chair.
We got a blue skidoo out of
Let's
here,
hide
guys.
together.
It's no hiding. This is a run situation.
No, they're outside of the tree, dude.
Maybe, but the tree is not impenetrable. Maybe we just get ahead of this and run out of the swamp. Run back where we came from. I mean,
We were going in circles.
I'm hiding.
Are we gonna hide or are we gonna... Okay, fight, flight, or freeze. That's a freeze. I want to flight. I'm open to fight, but I don't want to freeze.
I go and sit down next to Alissa. And I'm like,
I'm not a freeze guy, you guys. I'm not a freeze guy. When you freeze, you leave your life just open to the wanton dangers of chance. That's not me. That's not Michael Adair. Ain't going out that way. Where's my gun?
I love
Hold on.
wontons, but there's voices outside. Mike, I mean, they're surrounding us. It's dark. The moon's out. We were going in a circle. I think we're safer in here.
All of a sudden, you start to hear the laughter of children.
No.
And it seems to be coming from all around the tree.
Maybe
Every
I'll go
direction
away.
you turn, everywhere you look, you seem to hear laughter, and it gets louder and louder and louder.
I pull out my sword, Dalton.
Michael, you pull out your sword, and it immediately ignites in a brilliant amber flame.
I knock my arrow.
Andrew, you knock your arrow, and a arrow of pure water begins to solidify up against the bowstring.
I open the door.
I stay hidden.
Alissa, do something cool.
I don't want to do something cool.
You walk forward to the opening of the tree.
I start swinging my sword around, and I start yelling, "Show yourselves! Come on out, then!"
Mike, you start swinging your sword back and forth. Andrew and Alissa, you just watch as arcs of flame cut through the pitch black void that is the opening of this tree. And you can still hear the laughter come from all around you, getting louder and louder. They seem to be getting closer and closer and closer to the tree.
I'm kind of standing between the exit of the tree and where Alissa is. I've got my arrow knocked, pointing at the entrance, and I look back at Alissa. I'm like, you might want to get yourself ready, Alissa. I don't think we have another choice.
Fine. I don't want to. It feels so pointless. I pull out my wand. I don't even know what it does yet, but I pull it out.
Okay, so Andrew and Alissa, you both have your weapons drawn.
Okay.
The laughter gets louder and louder and louder, and then all of a sudden, silence.
But we can still see Mike.
You actually look up at the opening of the tree where Mike was, and he's gone.
Mike?
With my arrow still knocked, I approach the entrance, and I listen, and I'm looking. Mike! Psst, Mike!
Mike!
You don't hear anything.
I back up, back into the tree.
Mike?
He's not out there. We're gonna find him.
What if she took him?
She might have taken him, but we're gonna find him tomorrow. I don't know. The kids are gone. I call out, "Hello, Mike!"
As you say, "Hello, Mike." Mike, you adjust and blink your eyes. You are dizzy and your head is throbbing, but you immediately notice that your hands are tied behind your back. You look around and you realize that there's something rough rubbing against your neck, and you roll your head from side to side and you immediately realize it's a rope. Not only is it a rope, but it is a noose tied around your neck, and the rope that's attached to you slowly begins to be pulled taut. You have seconds to get out a sound before it crushes your larynx.
Hey! Who's there?
Andrew
Get me out
and
of this
Alissa,
thing!
you hear Mike call out from the darkness of the swamp.
Mike? Mike, where are you?
Andrew, with you being at the edge of the tree, you catch the direction that the sounds are coming from. You can tell it's only a few yards away, and you take off on a dead full sprint in the direction the sound is coming from.
Yeah, I yell at Alissa to wait here, and then I splash and sprint through the marsh and through the swamp towards where I believe that noise came from. Yeah.
So you take off sprinting through the swamp, and you see Mike being hoisted by his neck up and being hung from a tree as two shambling skeletons pull a rope tight and hoist and lift him up above the ground. He struggles and flails from side to side. You can tell that his legs and feet have been bound. Mike, right before you lose consciousness, you see Andrew running toward you, but behind him, you also see the visage of the hag.
Okay, and I don't notice that, right?
You don't notice that, correct.
So first of all, I see hoisting. I see skeletons. I see Mike. Remembering my newfound firebolt ability, I aim one of my finger guns right at the rope. That's maybe like, let's say 4 or 5 feet above Mike, so that I can burn and snap the rope so he can safely fall to the ground.
Cool. So you brandish your finger guns and you pull back your thumb. And as you pull your thumb back, a mote of brilliant red flame shoots forward, cutting through and burning the rope that is hoisting Mike up into this tree. And he falls to the ground with a heavy thud.
With all my remaining energy, I scramble to get the rope from around my neck and just get that first breath in. And I look around, and is there anybody around me? Is the hag still there? Are the skeletons still there?
Yeah, the skeletons.
Yeah, so the skeletons, as soon as that rope got burned in half, the skeletons immediately fell into a pile of bones. It seemed like all of the magic that was holding them together was somehow tied to that rope in some way, form, or fashion.
Cool.
Mike, you are scrambling and standing up and trying to get your bearings, and Andrew is rushing over to you. He kneels down to check and see if you're okay.
Yeah, I offer you a hand to help. I say, Mike, Alyssa's back at the tree. We gotta go back. We gotta take shelter and get away from this magic. Let's go. And I grab his hand and I start running back towards the tree.
I make a dash towards the tree as well. As hard as I can, I run towards the tree.
Okay, so before that happens, you reach out your hand to help him up and to help hoist and pull him toward you. Mike, as he hoists you toward him, you come face to face with the hag herself. And she gives you this gnarly, rotten-toothed grin. And she says,
Stop looking for me. For if I am found, it is only in death.
Mike, you immediately become taken aback as the hag seemingly is coming through Andrew's face. And just as sudden as she appeared, she immediately vanishes.
Mike, come on, bud, come on. You can't just stand there.
I start running as hard as I can.
We gotta get Alyssa.
Towards
She's
the
in
tree.
the tree. Let's go.
Guys?
Yeah.
Guys!
You run back to the tree, you make it safely, and you are reunited once again with Alyssa inside of Sturge's home.
Oh
and
my
as
God.
soon as all three of you are back together, Sturge and the flame of the fire begin to animate once again.
Oh my God. Mike, are you okay?
No, I was. They had me tied up, hanging by a noose in the tree. All of a sudden, I was just gone. I was in the tree, and I was just dangling, and I almost died. There were these skeletons just pulling me up.
Yeah, that was real, dude. I saw them.
And right when we were about to make a dash back for the tree, I saw the witch, and the witch was where Andrew was all of a sudden, and she just told us to stop searching for her.
I was the witch?
You were the witch. She, became you. She was where you were all of a sudden. The guys, I don't know how we're going to beat her. She can appear anywhere. She can be anybody. She teleported me into a tree, onto a noose. I just don't see how we could possibly beat this witch.
Sturge, do we have your support or not?
Please.
I will fight by your side.
Yes! That's the giant, 11-foot, blue-footed, long-haired silver man that I love and know. Thank you. I give his calf a hug.
You do so. You hug his calf, and he just kind of like, he pats you on the head as you do so. Now, if we plan on making our stand, we should probably get a good night's rest.
Mike, I'll take first watch. You need to sleep.
I don't even see the point, you guys. I mean,
I don't even know if I'll be able to sleep.
We just narrowly, I almost died. You almost died. If we can sleep, we can not sleep, what does it matter? Even if we're watching in shifts, we can't stop this woman.
That's what she wants.
Exactly.
She wants us to feel like we can't sleep. She wants us tired, exhausted.
She's trying to scare us, but she doesn't have any true, lasting power that we can tell. Yes, she can inflict pain, but only temporarily.
Yeah, it's only temporary. Every time we get hurt by her, it's always some sort of vision or dream or some sort of, random sensation only one of us can see or feel.
She's powerful, but she is not all powerful.
Yeah.
And maybe if she's doing all of this, and it's all just smoke and mirrors, maybe she's doing it because she's scared. And maybe we're getting close.
I think we have a chance, especially with Sturge on our side.
Sturge, do you know any magic?
Yeah, bro, you didn't listen to a story the other night?
It's been a while. I was in Hawaii in between now and then. I don't remember, dude. I have no idea. Sturge, welcome to the team.
Sturge, I remember the other night you said that there was a way to know when she was near.
He, very quietly, almost under his breath, when the skulls begin to appear, you know she is near. And then he points, and if you follow his finger about 20 yards or so outside the perimeter of Sturge's tree, what you might call his front yard, there are 4 tombstones, one slightly larger than the other 3, and they have your names: Michael, Alissa, Andrew, Sturge. And at the base of each of these tombstones is a skull, roughly the same shape and size of what your own skull would be, with one distinct feature. The lower jaws have been removed from every single one. Looks like Michael found out exactly what happens when you use up all of your guesses during Hangman. Luckily, Andrew was there to save him in time. But the silver lining to come out of all of this? They now have a giant blue tree guy to call their ally. Tune in next time as our heroes take the battle to the witch when our next episode drops on March 21st. In the meantime, be sure to visit our socials and check out our Patreon to show your support. While you wait, please consider leaving us a rating and a review. Until then, be sure to keep the volume up, the dial tuned in, and always say yes to adventure. Bye for now, kids.
Pentagram. Sturge, does she use the pentagram for her magics?
There's a cat in here. I can hear it.
In real life. I thought Sturge was like, hold on, there's this fucking cat that comes by.
No, I like that it's
in the tree.
I like that it's in character. I think keep it.
Can we pause for a second, you guys?
Yeah, we can, because I gotta take the cat downstairs.
The new season of Roll Gay Roleplay uncovers the mysteries of Soul Quest City. This comedy fiction story follows 4 detectives: Bay,
let's go kill somebody,
Linspector Saint Tit,
obviously I am a man of sophisticated cigarette taste,
Rux Baldacchino.
Hey, did you say hot dog? Make sure they're, regular hot dogs, no ketchup.
And Zastasha Felzar.
Hashtag live, laugh, love. Hashtag tentacle. Hashtag bailing you out.
As they search for clues and unlock secrets, one client at a time. Season 5 of Roll Gay Roleplay is available now on your preferred podcast platform.